What's happening, people? What's happening? Big Felon. Y'all already know the channel, man. Felon with Firearms. Today's information, today's finder is on one of the states of the southeast region, and that's Mississippi. So let's dive straight into Mississippi, what they got, what their laws say, and what we can do to get these gun rights restored. So, firearms. Persons convicted of a felony may not possess a firearm unless pardoned. Granted federal relief under 18 U.S.C. 925C, or granted a certificate of rehabilitation by the court. So it says that if you get a pardon, you have to get a pardon as well as be granted federal relief under 18 U.S.C. 925C, or granted a certificate of rehabilitation. So they just gave you two ways to get your gun rights restored, and that's according to the Mississippi Code 9737.5.1. It says the informal requirements of 7 years, a 7-year wait to apply for a pardon after completion of sentence. There is a separate statutory procedure by which the defendant may request upon discharge from probation by the courts that the report be sent to the governor for consideration of restoration of citizenship rights. So you got to wait 7 years after completion of your sentence. That includes, fines, restitution, probation, parole, that type of thing. The governor has full clemency authority in all criminal cases except treason and impeachment. Alright, so it's telling us we can pardon. It says eligibility. According to the governor's office, it's required again to wait 7 years after completion of sentence, and completion of sentence may include payment of fines and restitutions. Federal and out-of-state offenders are not eligible for a state pardon. So if you live in Mississippi but you got charges in Alabama, you do not qualify for this state pardon. Now, let's go check out this pardon. Let's see what we got. Excuse me, people. Let's see what we got. Let's see what this pardon looks like. Let's see what we're going to have to fill in. Let's discuss that. State of Mississippi, Office of Governor, application for clemency. So, of course, you're going to decide whether you're going for a pardon, if you're incarcerated trying to get a lesser sentence, or if you want your civil rights. Your demographic information, your name, your social, your date of birth, your Department of Correction number. So that's going to be the number found, your inmate number, your state number. That's what your Department of Correction number is. Address, your marital status, your spouse name, names and ages of dependents, your children. Criminal charges or convictions include all, y'all see that? Include all past and pending charges regardless of conviction. Include felonies or misdemeanors, excluding traffic violation. Use extra paper if necessary. So that means you don't have to put traffic violations. If ever incarcerated, state every instance the applicant received a disciplinary action. So if you was locked up and you was, catching charges for contraband, fighting, what's the other word to use? Insubordination, shit like that, they want you to include that in here. The convictions for which the pardon is being sought. Which charges are you trying to pardon? You're going to list your 4 most recent employers. Military record. Name and addresses of 3 non-family references. best believe they're going to check your references, so be sure to get that. Make sure they real. Have you ever applied for or have you ever received clemency? Have you ever been on parole? Have you ever violated parole? Probation. Have you ever violated probation? They want to know the name and addresses of your probation officer. Again, have you ever been in violation of any terms of probation? In a separate letter which must accompany this application, state the extenuating circumstances supporting the basis for the clemency request. Some reasons that I would suggest requesting for clemency, outside of requesting for your gun rights, is, the issues that we face with the felony convictions on our record as far as obtaining employment and obtaining housing, because that's something that we all struggle with. Once released from incarceration, it's hard for us to find good jobs or land a good career with the felony convictions, hindering us, or with us still constantly being judged and scrutinized by them. So that's one reason, as well as housing. It's a lot of rental properties, a lot of apartment complexes, lofts, etc., that will not take you with, the convictions on your record, or without being given, without receiving forgiveness for the charge. And that's where, this pardon can also help you. It's not just about the gun rights. It's also about just making sure that you are able to be more efficient in your everyday endeavors. So then, letters of recommendation, name, address, and phone number of a person to contact if we need to contact you on an emergency basis. And then here is return completed application of clemency with letter which states the extenuating circumstances supporting the basis for clemency request. And there's the address for you to send it to. Okay, Mississippi, that ain't too bad, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Excuse me, I got the hiccups, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get this loaded, get this published, and get it to y'all, man. Until the next one, Big Felon checking out. What is going on here?